Thank you so much, Dr. Rajarao. And yes, we are, each one of us should try how much positiveness or how much solutions we can provide to each and every one. Whatever we can, even if it's a small bit of it, we should be doing that. That is what is a mindset. But yes, as per the theme today and the topic, as you know, war against the COVID-19 and the theme like positive mindset. Yes, it does make a huge difference when we talk about it or we think about it. Why? Let me just tell you this. Because Dr. Carolyn very beautifully mentioned, as being a psychologist, how important a psychologist's role is during this period. Yes, definitely. I completely agree with you, Dr. Carolyn. But at the same time, it is actually each and every person's duty that we have to really, really work on those aspects, what you mentioned. Now, when we are talking about developing a positive mindset, thinking positive, doing positive, what is actually the positive thinking that we are talking about? It is a positive thinking or an optimistic attitude, anything you can name it. But again, it is not that everybody has innately. Some of them work towards it. Some of them have innately the nature in itself that they have the positive mindset, which can wind up with the energy and make sure that one person, herself or himself, pass on to the others the positiveness to make them into a positive mode. And or you can also say that, the others in a very simple term, focusing on the good regardless whatever situation you are, you know because focusing on good is all, it is really, really needed, because it leaves a big impact on your physical and mental health. It doesn't mean that you completely ignore the reality or the problems that are coming up, being very easy saying uh, than doing it or practicing it or making others do it, regardless, whatever. But then it simply means that your approach, or you approach the good and the bad in life with the expectation that all things will go well. Now, here in this situation, we are saying that each and every individual, you name it, when we have our normal back, when we have it, it is like we go around, hug people, share our love, we face to face, we meet them, we have parties, we have outings, so many things we do, but all that is missing, and especially for our kids, especially even the old age people who are like caged into the four walls. Yes. And even the one who are working, daily traveling, meeting people, everything is stopped. It's come at a standstill. Why? It could be many reasons which each one of us would not be able to relate to. It could be our own ignorance. It could be ignorance of the other person, or taking it as granted. Okay, nothing would happen to me. But then this or the COVID-19 is as such in the second wave that it is every next door we see lives are going. But why do we need to have? Yes, there are situations around you. You get up in the morning, open up your WhatsApp, you see that okay, this person, this affected, he has affected, friend has affected. Everywhere, go on Facebook, you see the same thing. Let us not, yes, it is right in front of you. You cannot ignore it. You will not be able to go away from it. But yes, only thing that you need to think is, yes, this is going on. I have to be strong. I have to make sure that I be strong and make sure that I make at least one person or my neighbor, anybody, nothing to worry. You will be fine. So bringing that positiveness is very much required, because as Dr. Carolyn said, researches have been done. Some studies have also shown that positive thinking helps people manage their own illness and eases their own depression, regardless of whether they are naturally optimistic or pessimistic. So these are the factors which might not everybody might know, but yes, we have to see that how many people we can bring that awareness of positive thinking. That is very, very important. Because just sharing a small story behind, maybe everybody would know that there was a patient who had got admitted in a hospital, and he was about to have a surgery. He was so much terrified, he was so much depressed. He was like, okay, I'm not going to live anymore. My surgery, because usually we have a taboo that surgery leads to, we never know whether it will be successful or not successful, so that always it's running in the mind of the patient. So what happened is the regular checkup, the rounds, the doctor came, they take up rounds. So one of the doctor came to his bed and said, okay, how are you doing today? So they said, yeah, I'm doing good. What happened? Are you going to undergo a surgery today? I said, yes, I'm going to go ahead today the surgery, and yes, I am a bit worried. And who's doing your surgery? So he said a name of the doctor, and she said, oh wow, this particular doctor is you're getting surgery from this particular doctor. Oh my goodness, he is one of the best. Do you know, not even one case under him has been a failure. I'm so happy that you could get that doctor. It is a big thing for you to get the treatment from. And the face of the patient, it immediately changed, because that particular doctor, another doctor who was around, had already built in the positive thinking, telling that not even one failure has happened because of this doctor, which means that I'm the 101st one who will be going under surgery, and I will not be a failure. And trust me, he went positive mindset. I'm going to go with a smile on the face, and he got the set. But what I narrate the story. The only thing why I narrated is, until unless the person has the most positive mindset in himself, you will not be able to face anything. Or as it was mentioned earlier, due to fear, due to depression, that person on the surgery table would have gone. That fear in him will be at the back of the mind, even if you're in the anesthetic situation, or the process, the on the bed, but it will be at the back of the mind. He could just die. So, what I need to put it in across to everybody is, every situation in your entire lifetime presents you with different options. As they say, it is like 10% what happens to you, and 90% how you react to it. What are we reacting towards this pandemic? What are we doing? Are we really reacting? And don't we just close your eyes and just think, aren't we really reacting, overreacting to the situation? Though there are many, many cases, 700, 800,000, 2,000 deaths happening every nook and corner. And this lady is telling that, that is 90% how to react. It is very important how we react to it. Why we say that? Because when we want to come out of that negativity and get on, we still must be thankful for everything that we have. Because putting things into perspective of your positiveness, and then we can enjoy the goodness of life. But very important here is the factor of react versus respond. What actually is react versus respond? These two words are, the difference between a happy, enthusiastic, positive person and a sad, frustrated, negative person. That is react versus respond. How? When anything happens in life that affects you, both, directly and indirectly. Directly is you are the sufferer of the COVID-19. Indirectly is you're listening to the rumors, you're listening to the news, you're watching your Facebook, watching your WhatsApp. That is indirectly that is coming to you. those respond to the react. You skip off the reasoning stage and do what comes naturally to you. Okay, I got affected with COVID-19, but let me bring up all that was guided or we got from a good WHO precautions, process and precautions. Let me think about it. Okay, I have to wash hands, I have to be healthy, my environment has to be clean, my clothes need to be washed daily, and am I having the citric aspects of fruits and juices every now and then? Am I really responding to what I know? And if you are responding to that, taking care of your own self, trust me, that will really, really clear away your problems, your frustrations. So respond, but do not react. That is what we all say. And another aspect, what I could come to you is start in the right direction. What does that mean, that start in the right direction? Is it that early morning we get up, before opening eyes, go to the WhatsApp? No. It is wake up with a smile and with the energy that you have, so that that energy is put into others. The way you respond to yourself, you will respond to the others. So you have a lot to accomplish and enjoy in your life in spite of the situation that is going on. Life is short, and you are going to make the most of the day and every day after that. Another one, divert your mind. The third aspect, take responsibility for your future. What is that? What responsibility do I take? Offices are closed, schools are closed, professions nowhere, everything work from home. What do I do? This is the part. Build up the base on anything that you want to do in future. It will not be forever. It will pass on. It will change. This is just a phase. It will pass on. And this pandemic or this phase will never be forever. So the base that you build up now helps you to restart your dreams to thoughts into action, and your action will definitely, dear viewers, will provide results. And it is not that, we are talking about, oh, very easy, this lady is going on telling, but no, this is what you have to really bring it. But as I said, not everybody would have that positive mindset innately. Some we have to tell them, and it is very difficult to tell the person who's really facing this issue, and especially the students. They cannot talk to their parents openly. They cannot express their feelings open to anybody because they are confused. Parents themselves are frustrated. They themselves are they don't know what to do. But where is the solution? The solution is keeping up the positive mindset. And don't listen to your mind's negative thoughts. Many times, even me, when I listen, many of our principals passed away. And every time we see that principals are they're just losing their lives. Then what happens is the negative thoughts, more you get, the more it will affect you. The nature of the human mind is to often worry, anxiety, and fear every time. Any little, some are sensitive, they come up very quickly, they are getting affected, but some are having a lot of willpower and they have the strength to bear it, and they can overcome. They shoo away the negative thoughts. However, how actually does it come? The mind can easily exaggerate problems, making them appear more serious than they actually are. That is what is happening now. Yes, it is serious. It is not to be denied. But at the same time, how we take it. Our thoughts also are very powerful, when we think powerfully that no, we have to face it. It is a phase. Let us do it. Let us face it. Let us save, spread awareness. Let us save at least one life or give them food, pass on the ration, pass on anything that we could do from our end will determine our perception of the world. Our mindset is very, very powerful. What you think, you do. So let not the negative thoughts come to your mind to think that. Take it out. That is very, very important. And we also, difficult path leads to progress. How? Trials and tribulations give us the opportunity to progress. Why? Because people should look at this as an opportunity to overcome difficulties. How? As we today, across the globe, across the state, across the channel we are talking about, meeting each other, we are sharing our thoughts. How are we doing? This is an opportunity for us that we are talking, we are sharing. Otherwise, in case technology was not there, we were not able to connect, WhatsApp was not there, what would have happened? Just think of that, right? So be blessed that we are really having many sources still to connect, still to share, still to give a lot towards the society and to your peers. And very importantly, that is, adversity can be an opportunity to learn more about yourself, okay? Other people and how to cope up with life, unpleasant lessons, whatever it is, try to reflect your own self. Am I making myself strong? Am I taking care of myself? Am I doing a bit of the help that I'm doing to the society? Am I doing, think about yourself, groom yourself, know yourself more. Only then this phase you'll come up, like a flower blooming. The plant dries up, the flower dries up, but then one sees, okay, this plant can definitely live, and we go on nourishing it. Then definitely there is the bloom of the flower. Why don't we bring that into everybody's life? The bloom of their thoughts, the blooming of their nature, the blooming of bringing that positivity to everyone. Let us go ahead and do many things that is not. So first fix the negatives, like a bad filter, taking the blame, because suppose taking the blame as in, suppose somebody is affected with COVID, and you think that, and that particular person just passed away, but you feel that, I didn't go to meet that person. So we start blaming ourselves because of me. So don't take that. Predicting disaster, oh, this might happen. This news is real, and so many people. Maybe today I'm also going to die because the situation is very near to my locality. Even that I assuming things of disaster. So many things that you have to never ever think of it. So the negativeness in your mind, in your thought, has to be taken away completely. It is not that easy. Trust me, it is not. When you notice a negative thought, just try your power in your own self to stop it. Shift your focus to the positiveness. Okay, this is what is the news that is coming. Okay, let me shift it. Let me listen to the music. As Dr. Carolyn said, music is there. Do that, dancing, something. You can just divert your mind. Think rationally about the situation. If it helps you to let go, then you can definitely give yourself and those around you the grace, the positiveness, and the happiness that they can come out with. So, however, let me tell you that the negative thoughts won't go away overnight. But yes, as I said earlier, some have innately, some have to practice. So there are many things that can be brought into practice to bring that positiveness. You have to train yourself to more having a positive outlook. Remember, you aren't overlooking the facts, but you are just including those aspects that are good. Meditate, you have to go, that all, but some of them don't do it. But even then, they are, because their fear is stopping them somewhere, or their schedule is not allowing to. So there are many aspects to it. So practicing positive is very good in a very simple manner, that is, always have a smile on your face. Even the patient or the person, when you're even with your mask, your smile is seen and your eyes smile because you're having that empathy towards that person. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. The person who smiled, and most of the stress is gone, and they have their neutral expression with that. So anything that comes up, you have to be really with a positive mindset. Focus on your strength. You have to I'm as a speaker here, but trust me, this pandemic has brought me a lot of things. And I should say the pandemic is a blessing in disguise to me, because my organization from 2017, I was the only person along with it. But this COVID, I was able to connect thousands of people. People got connected to my organization and it is a 25 people organization, and it is really, really doing good. And not in terms of earnings, but because diversion is required. Your mindset that has to be there in everyone. You have to divert your mind. So we are here in order to give that positiveness, spread that awareness, what positively, how much you can give. And also, let me tell you that some of the research studies have shown that that one pandemic or the one disaster is bad enough, but you can stabilize it with your immune system further and avoid the crippling energies that comes in your life, but have the emotional aspect touched with each other through your love, through your words, through your action, through your messages, through anything, the virtually, anything that can be, you are able to give, just give it. Because your mind is such a powerful thing that it can just, you will feel that it just starts to change your thought process totally. So the only thing in the end, I would say that become your own best friend first with your mind, be your friend with your mind. Spend some time in there. What I need to do, how I need to do, whom I should send a lovely heart message, I love you, because and how many of y'all are responding to your enemies? I'm so sorry, whatever happened, because we would never know whether we are there tomorrow or not. That is the negativity. But the positivity is connect with them who are negative, who are you are having your negative mindset. You've not spoken to that person for long. Just go ahead, talk to them. At least whatever is happening, you will be peace in your own self, that you had cleared the gap between them and you. And there is one more person, if anything happens to you, will come running to help you. So that is what, be your best friend with your own mind. Spend some time there. And we all will find a solution, my dear viewers, spectators, trust educationist and entrepreneur. I could name it as edupreneur, because I head two organizations, that is Harvest Educational Transformation Solutions, which is into complete teacher trainings, assistance, handholding to schools, teacher trainings with academics and professional development, student enhancing programs, and parenting workshop, and anything that relates to school. We head sphere with all the aspects of it. And I've been into education sector for past 3 decades. And as a principal of CBSE, ICSE, I've been into corporate as well. In HSBC Bank backend, I was there as so I have the amalgamation of the corporate and the education sector. That's how I had my organization. And when I talk about the amalgamation of corporate and the education, both go hand in hand. And I also run the foundation, which my focus is on serving the society. And we have programs like education and nourishment, Mahila Kshema Bhivruti, we have Mahila Udyog, we have holistic human development, where we are getting up onto each and every corner of Pan India and maybe global as well. And I'm also the president of the Women's Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industry, as a president heading Karnataka and Training Development Council, where we have 20 women trainers, and we are coming up with many programs. So this is what I am, and I'm very happy to share my views today in front of you people, and let us bring the positivity, happiness, and love to us. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. That happiness there is no voice. Thank you so much. Now,
getting the new life, and it will be really, really wonderful. In the end, I would just like to say that a positive attitude gives you the power over your circumstances, instead of your circumstances having power over you. So make your power, your mind, be your power. And that is all. And let us go ahead and be very, very positive to all the situations that we are into, and spread that love and affection. Thank you so much.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much. It's a really wonderful presentation.